Welcome to week 2. This week we're going to dive into the textbook and we are going to be reading chapter 3 and chapter 4. Chapter 3 utilizes anecdotal recordings to look at self-care. We're going to discuss the anecdotal recordings as well as keeping inferences out of these recordings. Now, inferences are things that you use, like for instance, your conclusion or your judgment, which we do not want to put in our observations, right? We're just going to write down what we observe, not what we think the child is doing. Also going to look at self-care skills in chapter 3. And then chapter 4, we're going to utilize checklists to look at the physical development of the children. It gives you some examples of different checklists and so forth, and the limitations of checklists. Also, your frame of reference is going to look at physical growth and development. It's going to cover physical development and play, as well as helping all children with physical development. These checklists are a great way to check off and to actually see what you're doing in your lessons to help you create lessons that will promote this physical development and play. So I want to go over Module 2, so you can go ahead and click on Module 2. And Module 2 will come up. You want to look at your introductions, which are right here. And it says, I will always list the standards in each chapter. So here are the NAEYC, which is National Education for the Young Child. So you want to look through these. I want you to get to know these because these are the different ones you're going to be utilizing within your observations. That's why I always list what is covered under each chapter. So here's chapter 3 and chapter 4. Again, it talks about developmentally appropriate practice guidelines as well as the standards. And then under that, I will always indicate after you read chapter 3 and 4, these are the different learning opportunities that you will be able to go through as you're reading chapter 3 and 4. And then to be successful in this module, this is what you want to concentrate on in the module. So you want to look at the video that you're looking at right now. You want to read chapter 3 and 4. You want to look over the PowerPoints for chapter 3 and 4 that I provide in your module. You want to complete the quizzes, chapter 3 and chapter 4 quizzes by Friday, June 26th. They are 10 points each. And then you want to review the videos that I have embedded in the module 2, as well as your discussion board. So the discussion board, I want to make sure you're aware of this. I sent out a reminder email last week, but it's very important that you're aware that the original thread is due every Wednesday. So the original thread is your original prompt, your post from the prompt that I give you, meaning whatever questions I ask, you need to answer those by Wednesday. And I'll always give you the date. Every Wednesday they're due. And then you want to, and that has to be 100 words or more, and that's due by 11:59. And then you want to respond to 2 of your peers by that following Friday, 11:59. Now the peer responses only have to be 50 words or more in length. And then again, I want to reiterate, if you do not do your original post by Wednesday night, you will get a 0. You will earn no credit for that assignment. So you want to make sure the original post is always done Wednesday and then by Friday. So you can do one on Thursday and one on Friday because you need 2 peer reposts, 2 peer responses by that Friday. Okay. And then we are going to go over observation 1 for children's motor development peer review by July 3rd. So you are going to peer review one of your peers' observation and you'll be utilizing the rubric and giving that back to them. You will get credit for utilizing the rubric and sending that in. That's just going to help your peer to write a better paper, right? So let's go ahead and go under modules again. I'm going to go back to module 2. Sorry, when it goes back, it always goes to the top. So here's module 2. So again, here are your PowerPoints, chapter 3 and chapter 4. I would recommend reading chapter 3 and then looking at the PowerPoints for chapter 3 and then taking the quiz for chapter 3. And then the same thing for chapter 4, reading chapter 4, looking over the PowerPoints and then taking the quiz. So here is the discussion board for this week. Again, by Wednesday, your original post is due, your thread, I should say. And then basically it just says, describe a family meal at your home. Compare what you do with what other students do in the class. We all have different cultures, right? We all have different ideas of what our mealtime looks like. So it says actually compare with another student in class or a family member or even coworker or friend. Are your practices similar or different? And how does that help you reflect on meal times with the children that may be within your class? So again, original thread is due Wednesday, 2 peer posts by Friday. And then of course here is the rubric to get full credit on that. Let's go back. So you only have one discussion this week, and that is because of the work we're doing. So um, here we go right here. Okay, so what I would like you to do is the videos, again, you've already should looked over these videos for your observation, and here is the information for your observation. You can click on it. It's going to tell you the actual observation, what it looks like. So I will show you. So we're going to go over this in detail on, let me see the date we have here. I believe it is, I have it written down here, pardon me. So the first observation we're going to go over on Zoom on the 22nd, Monday night, the 22nd, okay? So some of you will be assigned 6 o'clock and some of you will be assigned at 7 o'clock. So I will email you with the Zoom information. Okay, let's see here. And I will go over in detail the observation. We will also go over a sample. So what I need you to do before the 22nd is look over this, write down any questions you have because I'm only allotting 1 hour per class. So I want to make sure that you write down any questions you may have, and then we'll wait till the end. I will go over the observation in detail. I will go over a sample observation, and then I'll answer all questions, okay? So then again, the your rubric that you're going to peer review will be due, I believe it said on the 3rd. Again, that's just going to help the person that you're reviewing to submit a better observation, right? So I have the sample here. So I also have the foundation cheat sheet. It's going to list all the foundations. Again, we're going to go through this during the 22nd, okay? It has some videos. We have chapter 3 video and chapter 4 video, and then of course your quizzes are located here. Here are some professional resources, and then if you have any questions, all you have to do is click this question box and it will email me directly. So I'm looking forward to a fantastic week. I'm going to post this particular video early, like on Saturday, so that way you have it prior and we'll know, and I'll make sure I email everybody, let you know that it's available on Saturday, and then we'll go over it. We'll go over the actual observation in detail. Looking forward to working with you very soon. I'm looking forward to meeting you, actually, I should say, during our Zoom meeting. Again, it's the 22nd. Some of you will be at 6 o'clock. Some of you will be at 7 o'clock. Again, I'll send you all the information, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.